Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall. One cannot be too careful.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour. We must hold her down. I grant you fire blades. You as well.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
Mayhaps was somewhat overdone, but no matter.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us proceed with caution, keeping an eye on our charge at all times. Twas a glad thing to find Sir Norbert in good health. Shall we get him back to Melve? I can guide you there if you wish. We're... In your hands, sir. Much obliged. Follow me. to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
Right, just follow me.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Having trouble keeping up? No matter. I shall wait for you as long as it takes.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. Mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did. We might make the fruit robberant ourselves, or purchase some at Runer's apothecary in Melve. I can guide you there if you wish.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Ah, here at last.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Always a pleasure.
What say we see this delivered? We've obtained that which Miss Flora requested.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Hunting for one day.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Tad rowdy. Well, our chances late.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
In my line of business, patience is key. Do come again.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Well met, sir. How might I... be of service? Do come again.
I'm about ready for a break. Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
You have my support. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Not a foe in sight.
A brief respite is naught to decry. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
You could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
There, Master! Saurian!
It cannot weather ice's numbing grip.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
a surprise.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparation.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
All done then?
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited. No caution may be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
I grant you roaring flame. One of us is being drenched.
Fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Put to sleep! Teresa! Are you alright?
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us sort of use.
Why don't we go take a look?
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain, This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Not to have to fight so soon. At least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I grant you fire blaze. Use it well.
Compares to the thrill of victory, one cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Would that such tranquility could last.
Tis as you say.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Let my magics grow into an elemental being. You truly are formidable, Arisen. Oh, well spotted. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely.
I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well, well. That's quite a discovery.
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
Would that such tranquility could last.
You have my support. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim goes to waste.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Come to think of it, Some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops. Right. Be on your guard.
Stay with me, Bruno. Wait a minute. The power of such a torrent is not to be underestimated.
What power? Where?
A well-placed strike is an engaging skyward.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
I grant you roaring flame.
Focus. A moment of indecision will spell out. Then,
have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.